Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I'm back with another video, a very special video because Ant came into town because he's working with my friend Vanessa and he decided that he was gonna give me a reading and I'm so thankful. I don't think he really needs an introduction because he's famous here.
Oh my God, stop.
You are the pop culture psychic. I've had a reading from him in the past. Nick has had a reading. He's very, very accurate and after the last video I had, I kinda need to know what's gonna go on in my life. So that's what we're gonna do. So take it away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with your YouTube channel, and then it's gonna branch into whatever else.
That's what I asked, because YouTube is questionable.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. So temperance here is the first pull. So temperance is a card about patience and balance. So this is usually a card I pull for people who are restructuring, which makes sense because you're kind of trying to find your footing again.
Yep.
This is also about timing. So I think something that's important to note is whenever I pull something like this, usually there's something big that's gonna happen that you're gonna be able to jump onto, like a wave.
Okay.
So for you, a lot of the up peak in interest and views and stuff is going to be off of a big event. I hate doing readings like this, especially when I'm dealing with someone who like talks about, drama or stuff like that, because someone here is in trouble. So Devil card is reversed, which is negative behavior.
Aren't they always?
The Knight of Swords is an impure person. And then the Three of Swords is a heartbreak, and when it's reversed here, I think that indicates something old resurfacing. So, and someone who's been in drama before.
Oh, so I should just @ James Charles already. I'll just edit that out.
No. There's a King of Swords reversed. This is an air sign.
Is he an air sign?
It could be him. But the King of Swords, that's why I was like, holy shit, because the King of Swords, it could be an air sign, but this is also someone saying something stupid. This is someone who like is in over their head, says and does something stupid. The Ten of Cups is reversed, which says that it's an issue with the whole community, and the Three of Wands is about being ousted. So that's something I pull for someone who gets in some sort of big drama. I don't know if I would say it's a cancellation as much as I would say that it's something that hits close to home to you. And it's something that's familiar. So it does look like there's a wave that you'll be able to catch.
There's a lot of reverses here.
Yeah, there is. There's also the Queen of Swords reversed, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Seven of Cups. So this is another person who is also has inconsistencies in their stories, and the Seven of Cups being reversed tells me like someone needs a dose of reality. So someone who's a little bit delusional. Sometimes Queen of Swords is an air sign. So again, like the sword suit could be an air sign female. A little bit of an inclination that could be, but there's a couple. But there's another person here that is a little bit delusional that I think perhaps you might make a video on soon that'll do well.
From your lips to whatever's out there in yours.
Yeah, those look like your standard, and then like these are like your bread and butters. This is like stuff you would have done previously. King of Pentacles is reversed, so this would be about like your career overall. And then the Page of Swords is new opportunities, and the Five of Wands is avoidance. So for me, this is about your fear of like how you can attempt to do new things and the trial and error of doing new things. What's interesting is I feel like one of these people two people are going to inspire you and going to piggyback off of something. So for instance, let's say you're doing a expose or an expose on a random celebrity, right? That person did something that is like illegal, whatever, and it could transition into you doing something that other people have done. So let's say you stole money from children, right? And this celebrity stole money from children allegedly, right? The next thing you could pivot to is other people who have stolen money from children.
Oh, yeah.
To me, it seems like they're connected, so it'll be like a little bit easier. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being the direction you go down. So like instead of your entire video being like, Tana Mojo did this, it could be like, Tana Mojo did this, and it's like a bunch of other cases. Like maybe that's something you could start to do, is like tie in real life drama that connects, or like crimes, whatever, that connects to whatever pop culture
I can see it because I've told you about some of the things that I knew that I'm going to start working on.
But it looks like you can marry the two. because the High Priestess is about timing again. The Eight of Swords here and the Ace of Wands is the return of old. So it's like you feel pressured because this is what you've always done, but you can marry the two ideas. I think what could set your channel apart from others is the ability to connect the influencer and the influencer culture with reality, something that is easy, digestible, and something that they've seen before. Like for instance, when you see like these true crime people who are able to talk about, you know, whatever's going on, but then also have their skill set, whether it be makeup or mukbang. Like to me, there's a way for you to marry those two.
Okay, I could do that.
I think that's going to be very important because Magician here is about communication and Empress is reverse, which tells me there's a lack. The problem with the style of video, right, is that there's a lack of connection from you to the audience. You're basically telling them what's going on, and then you're giving your opinion, but there's not that emotional investment or attachment, and I think that's what's missing. Yeah. And I think you'll be able to do that if you're able to show them real life examples or things that are similar or people who they remind you of.
That makes a lot of sense.
Eight of Wands is reversed though, so you are going to have a lot of trial and error. I said that before, but
that's my life.
It's about things going slow. It's a slow and steady progression. I think it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be easy for you creative-wise, but it's going to be frustrating for you in terms of how to package it because it doesn't really exist.
This is so accurate.
Yeah. So like it's. What I would tell you, and this is what I feel, visuals are very important and quick. That's like. Visuals, because what I'm seeing is like a flip book. So it's like really quick and really good visuals, strong visuals will be able to give the message you're looking for. Split screens, comparisons, that's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
This is just a little bit of stress, but it'll work out in the end. I don't think you're gonna have to do too much. This is your career and the Fool's upright. Like I said before, it's all timing and random events. So like for you, I don't want you to stress about like, I need to make sure the videos are doing well right now. They need to be consistent.
That's me. That is so me.
I need you to think more of waves.
Okay.
When you see the wave, ride it. And then also think of how to make your videos evergreen, where they grow over time. Yeah. Very important. Excuse me, it's the truth. What is a video that people will search for months later and years later? Yeah, that's what's important. Especially because I see it as like, you know when like people are like researching their favorite influencer or their favorite brand, whatever, I want your videos to be videos that people will click and look at rather than so-and-so says this. Yeah. I want it to be,
I want to get away from that too.
Yeah, informative. Okay. So we're moving outside of, we're moving outside of the internet for your career. I know you've been working on some projects. The moon is upright, so these are the secret projects, the things that you've been working on really hard on. The Two of Cups, people you're working with, good connection there, obviously, outside the internet. And then we have a little bit of a problem. So this, to me, is the attention grabber. This is what's missing, okay? Something that sets us apart, something that sparkles, that shines, that moment, okay? What I want you to remember when you're releasing the things you're releasing, whether they be specific products or a service, whatever it is, I want you to make sure that what they're getting is an experience. Okay. Okay, and I want it to be, think of it like if I were to purchase something, I don't want it to just be one thing, I want it to be multiple. I want like in my head, I see like, you know when you order like a subscription box and there's like multiple things, it should be something like when you like, if for instance, if I was selling popcorn, I'm gonna sell the movie package or the cinematic package, and like depending on like maybe there's the horror package which has one type of thing, and then the comedy movie package which has another. I want you to think in terms of that, and I want you to think in terms of limited edition. Okay. That's very, very important. Because I think the exclusivity and the limited edition stuff is going to be fun, and I think it's a way for you to insert you and the people you're working with into it. Okay. Because like think of like collectible cards, collectible things inside, that maybe your face or whatever, just something, you know what I mean? Like I'm dead serious. Like something like that I think is what's going to be able to set apart you from others because it's an experience. When I see the Six of Cups, it's like, oh, I remember that moment. That was a moment, you know, like a screen cap of a video from years ago. It's like, oh, that was one of my favorite videos of yours, or this is one of my favorite moments of you. That is what people are really gonna feel attached to. Like, think of it like when your best friend sends you like a Christmas card and it's like them and their family. That's the thing I want you to remember when you're doing what you're doing. And Queen of Wands reverse, which also tells me I want you to go a little bit bigger with any sort of packaging or anything you're doing. Okay. I want it to be a little bit more glamorous.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay.
It's weird how you're like validating some of the things that I've already like talked about.
Okay.
Or that I'm doing.
Okay. This is personal life. Two of Swords. Is there someone you're not talking to? Okay. Okay, so Two of Swords would be the issue between you and someone else. This is about keeping a distance from them. And then the Page of Wands is saying one thing and doing another. So for me, there's an issue with you being able to communicate to someone. I see a very big lack of empathy. I see lots of anger on your part, and the Death card is a natural change in death and rebirth. I see you at a wall. It's very difficult to get past this. The Lover's card is here, so there's obviously love there. The problem here is I believe there's a lot of greedy and selfishness, and there's a lot of hoarding of time, energy, effort, sometimes money, and you're walled off. Fuck. How do we get past this? So the Stars reverse and the Nine of Cups reverse. So you're being painted as dramatic, okay, here, and making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't think you are. The Four of Swords is like a rejection and a healing of wounds. So this is like something that's very painful for you and really, really, really hurts you. The problem here is that, unfortunately, I do think it's strategic on the other person's part to alienate you. And I'm not quite certain there's much you can do right now. Two of Wands, Ace of Swords. These are regrets. But the Ace of Pentacles, what can you do for me is what I hear. What can you do for me? I need you to do things for me. If you don't do things for me, then I won't let you in. That's what I'm seeing. That's literally what I'm seeing.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. I mean, I don't care. I can still focus. Oh, fuck. How do you get in? Do you know the person I'm talking about?
It's probably one of my siblings, yes.
Okay.
I'm having a lot of problems with my family.
Okay, and you're being prevented from like...
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Fuck. Okay, does this sibling have a lot of control over everyone? Yeah, that's the Emperor. How do you get in? I mean, are you willing to kiss ass?
No.
Yeah, that's what I didn't...
Not gonna happen.
That's what I thought. Because the Ace of Pentacles is your way in, which is about like schmoozing, offering to buy something, being nice, kissing ass.
Not happening.
Yeah, that's your way in right now. The only other way in is for you to play the waiting game when they need something. And I don't know if you want to do that either.
I don't. I really don't.
Because the Three of Cups, to me, is about a trust issue, which means that you don't trust them, they don't trust you.
Yeah.
Okay? And the Hermit's reverse, which means it's out of your element and comfort zone, so there's not much you can do, you're not there. But the Page of Pentacles means that they do need you. So this is a game of chess and a waiting game and a game of egos. Someone has to drop the ego eventually. Either you or them.
It won't be me.
Well, I think it will be. I do think it will be because I do think you're more sensitive.
Is this not recording? Oh no, it's still recording.
Okay.
It's just dying.
I do think it's gonna be you though because I think you're more sensitive.
I'm very sensitive.
Yeah, and here's the egos. Not everyone is against you.
That's surprising.
Yeah, not everyone is against you. There is one person on your side. They're definitely in your family, the Four of Wands, or I guess family could be immediately outside. But there is someone that is on your side. I think they're younger. So it doesn't seem like someone super...
Sorry, my camera died.
Okay, so again, I see there's definitely there's someone, either a family member or immediately outside the family that is on your side. They do not have a lot of push or say. I feel them to be meek, so they're just a little bit more pulled back. They're the only person. They've said something to you before, or given you something before, or spoke to you before. They're your only other way in.
That makes sense.
Cause this, what?
It makes sense.
Okay.
It's my niece, my sister's daughter. This is about my sister.
Okay. Okay. So that's the young one. Have you done anything for her? Have you gotten her anything or done anything for her?
I paid her way through school.
That's it. The Two of Pentacles. So that's why I asked. Two of Pentacles is an exchange. It's usually a monetary exchange or a gift. And then this is about being able to be self-sufficient. So that makes sense because it helps her be self-sufficient. The Five of Swords. I do think she's a mediator more than you realize, or at least tries to be. I don't know if
she
she's
does.
Successful at it, but she does try to be a mediator. You need to talk to her.
Okay.
You need to talk to her because I do think she's going to have some information that's going to make you feel less angry.
Okay.
Because I think you're in a position where you're feeling the worst. Like you feel like you assume the worst of people. And I don't think that's wrong of you to feel, but I do think that she has a piece of information that'll make you feel better.
Okay.
We're almost done here. And then I would say with the Seven of Swords, Strength, and Six of Pentacles, your family does want a burden to be released. You have the ability to release that burden. We need to get past the egos. Because they don't want the responsibility on their shoulders.
Yeah.
They would rather give it to you.
Of course.
But there's an ego in the way.
Of course. I get burdened with everything.
Well, yeah, but it's funny, but it's also like you guys want the same thing. If you can come together, it would be so easy to deal with this. But it's just stubborn ego on both sides.
I get it. That makes sense. It resonates.
I mean, I do think this will be resolved pretty soon, to be honest.
I hope.
The next couple months, max. I think I don't know if I would say be in a good place, but a communicative place, and swords being put down.
Okay.
I don't really see any other stressors for you. Like anything else, I think seems to be pretty status quo. As it is, so it shall remain. I'm not seeing any sort of like drama or hardship right away.
Thankfully.
Yeah, because to me it looks like you're more focused on your money and your career right now than anything else. I think everything else is kind of just a wash. I'm sure people are gonna come for you, they're always gonna do that, but I don't really see you paying attention to it the way you used to.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to like totally move to something different now. Like, I feel like what I do now is gonna be completely different from what I've done over the past couple of years because things have to change.
Yeah, well, you want to know what's interesting? I mean, obviously it's a maturing up, a growing, right? But I also, are you doing TikToks and stuff?
Yeah, a little bit here and there.
More of it.
More of it?
More of it, because for me, I definitely need you to fall in love with another platform.
Okay.
I don't need you to change platforms, okay? But I need you to fall in love with another platform because I think that that's going to help you feel more alive.
I think I just bought a gaming computer, so I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch.
Oh, you're gonna love that.
In my free time.
You're gonna love that.
And I have a lot.
I will, yeah, you're gonna love that. For me, again, it's not about being successful on a million platforms, although you will be. It's about reinvigorating your love for the internet because you're over it. Yeah, you're over it. You're over the fighting and the pettiness, and you need to feel loved. I think you're the type of person where the energy you give, the energy you get is what you give. So if you're receiving love, you give love. If you're receiving hate, you give hate.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, and I need you to be supported more. So if anybody's watching this, be kind. Yeah, please be kind, Dustin. I think also when it comes to like your brand and stuff, these next 2 years are really pivotal for you. Like in terms of where you head with that, because as much as we love content creation, that ain't where you're staying. That ain't where you're staying. You might want to. I mean, you could do it, but I see a focus on brand, products, merchandise, and business.
I'm working hard on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. So, you'll be able to get creative. You'll be able to kind of sell your products. I mean, we won't have a Jaclyn Hill moment where we only upload when you need to sell something. But what we will see is you kind of being able to tie in all your stuff with what's going on. Like like I said before, you're gonna be able to get creative. It's gonna be fun.
He hit I wasn't very vocal in this reading, but he hit like all the points that I was thinking about that had been on my mind, and everything that happened in my last video. It makes a lot of sense. So I really do appreciate you doing that for me. It makes me feel a little bit better.
Is there anything else that you want to know?
No, I mean, you made me feel better because my nerves have been tore up for the past 3 or 4 weeks. So
I'm always here if you need.
I know. I appreciate it. So you guys go follow Ant if you don't already. I'm sure you do. He Twitch streams all the time. He posts YouTube videos about entertainment and all that different stuff. He's an amazing person, and he's always been super sweet to me. But I think that's the end of this video. So I'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.